audio description has been enabled for this program and includes a narration of explicit visual content intended for mature audiences only. Listener discretion is advised. Welcome to Reimagining Excellence. I'm your narrator, Osama Sakantor. He didn't fall off the cliff that night, but something did. The facade, the mask, the relentless gold-drenched armor of prime time cracked wide open. And in the silence that followed, Deion Sanders was left staring at the vast canyon of his soul.
Double-minded man is unstable in all his ways, and I was going down the highway, Cincinnati, and I was playing Kurt Franklin, Conqueror. Ironic, I'm about to off myself, and I'm playing Conqueror. What kind of Conqueror are you punk? You sitting up there looking in the rear view, looking in the side view, and you sitting up there trying to off yourself. And I ran my car up the highway, dog. And I got to the end, it was like, and I was still here.
He had tasted the applause of stadiums, danced in the glow of bright lights, been adored by millions. But in that car, on that cold, lonely road in 1997, none of it could drown out the ache in his chest. His spirit was tired. His laughter had gone hollow. The silence screamed louder than any crowd ever could. But it was in that darkness, not in the glory, that the light found him.
And I remember the police came down and they knocked on my window. They said, "You all right?" I said, "Yeah." They said, "Somebody ran you off the road?" I said, "No." Because I wasn't a liar. I've never been a liar, and I told the truth. And my attorney at the time, Eugene Parker, who's passed now, he said, "Look, either I'm going to get you some help, or we're going to have to go a couple step away from the game and get yourself together some type of way. Because this is real."
It started quietly. A verse here, a sermon there, a long trembling prayer whispered into his pillow at 3 a.m. There were no headlines, no cameras, just a man, raw, humble, broken open, seeking something real, something lasting, something that didn't fade when the jersey came off or the crowd went home. Deion turned to God, not in grand gestures, but in the little things, kneeling in solitude, reading the word with trembling fingers, writing down thoughts that had once been drowned in the noise.
God was calling me collect. I ain't want to accept the charges because I knew it was going to cost me the draws. It was going to cost me in the Delilah and Jezebel and Sue and Helen. I can do a lot of things, but I can't do this now, Lord.
Yeah.
And I ain't want to be fake with it. I ain't want to be phony with it. So I was trying to clean up. I was trying to get that stuff together.
Faith was not a costume he wore. It became the skin he grew into. He began waking up differently. The sun felt warmer on his face. His children's voices sounded sweeter. Food tasted richer. His own breath, once heavy with stress, now came easy. Like peace was finally filling his lungs. The scent of Sunday morning, fresh-cut grass, cologne, the polished wood of the pews reminded him of purpose, of family, of a man born again. He re-entered the world not as prime time, but as Deion, a man no longer addicted to applause, but to enlightenment. The same swagger remained, but now it walked hand in hand with humility. The same fire burned in him, but now it was lit by faith. He wasn't perfect. He still stumbled, but now he had an anchor. He spoke differently, not with ego, but with empathy. When he spoke about his past, it wasn't to boast, but to reach. To connect with others in pain, to show them that if he, a man who nearly drove off the edge of life, could come back, so could they. Deion picked himself up not with bravado, but with belief. His joy returned, not the loud performative joy of flashing lights, but the deep, unshakable kind that hums in your bones when you know who you are and whose you are. He laughed again. For real, from the gut. He loved again. Freely, openly, without walls. He lived again. Not to prove something, but to serve something greater. From stadiums to sanctuaries, from sidelines to scripture, from celebrity to servant, Deion Sanders had risen. Not as a showman, but as a man finally free. And that quiet, faithful rise from the ashes would become the greatest play of his life. Thank you for joining us on today's episode. Listen to all new episodes every Tuesday and Wednesday. Be sure to like and subscribe. You can also listen on Apple Music, Spotify, and SoundCloud.